Welcome back. I'm Madhumita. Today we are going to talk about something that is driving a major shift in India's automotive industry. That is the vehicle scrappage policy. Yes, you heard it right. So, what is the vehicle scrappage policy? The vehicle scrappage policy 2021 was introduced by the Government of India with the primary goal of reducing environmental pollution. This policy aims to phase out old polluting vehicles and encourage the use of new cleaner vehicles. By recycling old vehicles and improving emission standards, this policy works towards minimizing the environmental pollution caused by outdated cars. But how does this affect the automotive industry, manufacturers, and investors? Let's break it down and explore the potential outcomes of this policy. Why is this policy important? This policy plays a critical role in reducing pollution, which benefits the environment. It also gives a push to electric vehicle industry, encouraging the switching for cleaner alternatives. Furthermore, it also creates fresh business opportunities in sectors like recycling and manufacturing and opening new avenues for growth in automotive industry. Next, here comes the key highlights of this policy. And the first highlight is fitness testing. For heavy commercial vehicles, the test begins on April 1, 2023, and for other vehicles, it starts on June 1, 2024. Vehicles over 15 years must pass a fitness test at automated testing stations or be scrapped as end-of-life vehicles. The second highlight is categorization of vehicles. Private vehicles is to be deregistered after 20 years if deemed unfit. Government vehicles is mandated to be scrapped after 15 years. Commercial vehicles needs fitness test every 15 years. And vintage vehicles is exempted due to limited use and high standard maintenance. And the third highlights is recycling process. It is conducted at registered vehicle scrapping facilities. Materials like steel, rubber and plastics are recycled for reuse and reducing production costs. Next, here comes the recent developments in this policy. First one is mandatory fitness testing. Starting from October 1, 2024, the fitness test for vehicles older than 15 years has become mandatory. Vehicles failing in these tests will be deregistered and sent for scrapping. And the second development is enhanced infrastructure. Over 100 registered vehicle scrapping facilities and automated testing stations has been established with more in development to ensure smooth policy implementation. And the third development is state level incentives. States like Karnataka and Uttar Pradesh offer road tax rebates on new vehicles purchased after scrapping old ones. And the fourth development is incentives from automakers. Companies like Mahindra and Mercedes-Benz provide discounts for owners scrapping their old vehicles, enhancing the appeal of replacing outdated models. And the fifth development is economic and environmental benefits. This policy supports a circular economy by reducing the dependency on imports for raw materials like steel. Automakers are using recycled materials, further lowering production cost and carbon footprints. Next, here comes the impact on automobile manufacturers. The first impact is increased revenue potential. As old vehicles are replaced, there is higher vehicle sales, accelerated growth for manufacturers focusing on EVs and eco-friendly technologies. The second impact is R&D investments. It focuses on innovation and compliance with stringent environmental norms, adoption of cutting-edge technologies to create sustainable vehicles. The third impact is boost for electric vehicles. This policy will create a demand for EVs since people will need to replace old inefficient vehicles. This opens up opportunities for automakers who are investing in electric vehicles. And the fourth impact is challenges for traditional manufacturers. Companies that rely on older car models or traditional fuel-powered cars may face challenges, especially with the stricter emission norms. Next, here comes the impact on shareholders and investors. And the first impact is opportunities for investors. Shareholders of companies that focus on EVs and sustainable technologies will see growth. Companies embracing the green shift will likely see their stock prices rise. The second impact is risk for companies lacking behind. Companies that don't innovate and transition to clear technologies might struggle, which could affect stock performance. And the third impact is ancillary sectors. Boost for companies in auto components, steel and recycling industries, indirectly benefiting manufacturers' stock performance. Now let's see the impact on the recycling industry. And the first impact is growth in vehicle recycling. With more cars being scrapped, there will be a rise in demand for recycling and parts recovery. This opens a new investment opportunities in the recycling sector. And the second impact is environmental benefit. This policy helps to reduce pollution by promoting the recycling of metals and materials, contributing to a cleaner environment. Now let's see the government incentives. Government offers financial benefits for people who scrap their old vehicles and buy newer ones, especially those that are eco-friendlier. This is expected to drive sales of newer vehicles. Next, here comes the stricter emission standards. Automakers will need to meet tougher emission standards, pushing them towards more sustainable vehicle technologies. Next, here comes the opportunities